Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the space of 24 hours, it's all gone a bit P-tong for Leeds United. Fans falling out, Farke getting the blame, lack of leaders, no excuses anymore for this Leeds United side. We're going to talk all about it in 5 things we learned from Millwall 1, Leeds United 0. Let's get into it. All right, guys, what's going on? My name is Ollie Ward. Welcome back to the Ollie Ward channel. Happy Friday. Hope you've had a good couple of days since that disappointing result at the Den. And we're ready to go tomorrow against QPR. Hopefully turn this sort of negativity around. But we'll talk about that today. But before we get into 5 things we learned, and if you are enjoying the series, be sure to smash. Let's go for 200 likes on this. In the last few videos, we're hitting around the 200 like mark. But let's smash it this time. Also, subscribe if you're new. The goal is 20,000 subscribers for the end of the year. Don't know if it's going to happen, but get down there right now, and yeah, it really helps me out. And get your comments in. What's going wrong at Leeds United? What are we overreacting? It's 2 losses. Have we actually improved? We're going to talk all about it today. So everyone knows Leeds United lost on Wednesday night. Dominated in a sense of they just outfought us, outplayed us, outgamesmanshiped us. They wanted it more, and they got the win. And Leeds, against a good side, again, aren't turning up, and it shows how much have we actually improved. And that's one of my points that I want to talk about. But we are going to talk about, firstly, lack of leaders, a lack of fight with this Leeds United side, and especially what we saw Wednesday night is we saw 11 Millwall players fighting for each other, being a bit, they kind of dive in, they're simulating, and I respect it. If that's the way you're going to get the 3 points, they've done the same against Burnley. And, it's a bit naive of me to go into that game thinking we should be beating everyone, because on paper, I think Leeds United got the best team, but football isn't played on paper. And, we got outfought. And that's what it was. A lack of leaders, a lack of a Berardi, a lack of a Liam Cooper was missing last night. We're too pussy into a tackle. I don't think anyone really... I think we've got a very skillful squad, and I think we've got a talented squad. But when it comes to actually hitting someone and being a bit aggressive and a fighter, I don't know how many we've got. I think Ampadu's there. Joe Rodon, in a sense, is there. People want to play for Leeds, I understand. But it did come out that a few of the young players were like crying after the game, which it got tweeted out. I don't know how much I believe of that. But if that's the case, a 1-0 loss in November, and we're crying. I just don't know what's going on there. If that is true, I can't remember who tweeted that out. It was a decent journalist. I think it might have been Barron Cross. I don't even know. But either way, don't fact check me on that. But have a look about that yourself. But if that's just showing a lack of leadership from behind the scenes as well. If your young players are crying over a result of Millwall on a Wednesday night in November, something's seriously going wrong if that is the case. I remember reading that thinking, what the hell is that all on about? But someone needs to fact check me that in the comments down below. But yeah, I just think this squad's got a lack of leaders. And I'm gonna talk to you guys in a very sort of modest. I don't have a massive Daniel Farke out sort of sign. I'm not really impressed. I think someone hit the nail on the head. It might have been LUFC Lewis who just said, if he gets sacked, I'm not, I'm a bit bored. No, or something like top 2, bit bored, playoffs, bit bored. I think everyone's just a bit bored of Daniel Farke's style of play. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments down below. But our second thing we have learned from this game is Farke to blame? How much have we actually improved? If you look at stats, and he's the one telling you that stats better off last year, we're doing better this year than we are, but we're still third. And these are games we need to win. And do we look better than last year? And it's like we're being told by statistically we're better off than last year. And performances-wise, I don't know if we are, really. I think we performed a lot better last year, but we couldn't get the results. This year, we're not performing very well. We're getting results, but like I've been saying throughout my whole sort of videos this season, don't really care about the performance as long as you get the results. And when you don't perform well and don't get a result, then that's the problem. And the thing is, we're allowed to blame Daniel Farke now. We've got a lot of, we had a lot of crap last year. I think Jer was saying this. He was saying, we were in the middle of a takeover. We didn't have a manager. Players leaving left, right, and centre. And we're only 1 point better off than we were last year. Where's the improvement? Yes, we're 1 point better off last year, but he's had a full year with this squad. He's had his transfer window. We've started off, he's had no excuses this time round. And from the mess we were in last year, we're only 1 point better. Is that an improvement? Are you guys watching improvements? When we go wrong, we go to a 3-1-6. That's all. Like, he's done that since Norwich away last year, and it hasn't worked since. It's amateur. I don't think it has to be an every time we lose, it's Daniel Farke out. Every time we win, where are the Farke outs now? I don't think it's that simple. I don't think that's what football should be about. And I don't want the Leeds fans to turn into this, because that's what has been since Daniel Farke's been in charge. Ever since there's a loss, we don't just hold our hands up and go, yeah, Millwall the better side. It's Millwall the better side. Daniel Farke out. Mellier's terrible. And it's just like, I understand the frustration, but I don't think it has to be that. We were outfought. We were outplayed. Yes, Daniel Farke should be questioned tactically, 100%. But it doesn't always have to be a quick, like, yeah, straight out, manager's got to get out. Who are we, Man United? I just don't know why we do that all the time. You could be outfought, you could be outplayed, you can lose a game and just be like, yeah, fair play. Let's make sure we turn it around against QPR tomorrow night. That's kind of how I'm thinking. But Farke is to blame. Farke has got some technical problems going wrong, and similar with the players as well. And we're talking about, sort of tactical disaster classes. Let's talk about the third point: set pieces. Whoever the set piece coach is needs to go. He needs to go. Leeds United, it's pathetic now. It's a bit like, what's the point of us even having corners? Every time we get a corner, I turn away. Because it's like we're trying to play low ones into the box because we didn't want Jake Cooper to head it out. I don't know if anyone really knew that, or Joe Rothwell was just kind of putting them in terribly. We've scored one in about 130 corners or something. It's like, it's not good enough from a professional football team. I don't care what you say. Mix it up a bit, do something, but come on. Set piece, absolute disaster. It's not like we've got the smallest squad. Joe Rodon and Pascal should be winning more headers. Piroe should be winning more headers. We should be. And it's very, like, questionable. You have to be questioning what we're practicing on in set pieces, because it's actually genuinely a bit embarrassing. Fourth thing we learned, low block again. Again, you go back to Daniel Farke. Everyone knew, every fan knew, every player, everyone knew but the Leeds squad what Millwall were going to do. The low block, the set pieces, giving away cheap free kicks. We've done it all game. And I know Millwall were kind of playing to it. But if you see the referee give him one, stop going in stupidly, and they scored from a set piece, Jake Cooper heads it down to Tanganga. I could have told you that. And Mellier should be saving it. Someone put a compilation of all the shots Mellier's had on target against them this year. It's not a pretty sight. It isn't a pretty sight. But that isn't me saying, like, I hate Mellier, I need him out. But he needs improving, similar with Daniel Farke. Because if we don't go up this year, what the hell's going on? Seriously. Them things need sorting out. And number 5 I put here, because I couldn't really land on one, but I think we're missing Ramazani. I really do think we're missing Ramazani. Nonto was very meh, I thought, against Millwall. Similar with Aronson, similar with Dan James. I don't think he's fully up to speed yet. And his decision-making, Dan James, needs to be a little bit better. Similar with Nonto, similar with Brendan Aronson, really. Our whole sort of attacking force needs to be better. I think we are missing a bit of Ramazani sort of magic. And I wouldn't say we're missing Solomon, because he's been a bit terrible the last few games. Thought he came on yesterday and he looked like something was going to happen with him. But yeah, definitely missing Ramazani. Can't wait to have him back, and maybe even Ampadu in the middle of the park, sitting next to Tanaka. No offense to Joe Rothwell, he's had a brilliant few games, but I thought he was terrible against Millwall. I thought he was one of the worst players on the pitch, personally, including them set pieces. It's not always his fault, but yeah. That's where I'm at, ladies and gentlemen. That's the 5 things we have learned. So let's go through it again. The lack of leaders, lack of fight for this Leeds United side. They're not playing. Leeds United used to have 11 hard men on the pitch. Pardon the pun. But now I don't really see a fighter, a slide tackler, a Berardi, a Janssen, a Cooper, or someone just to hurt someone. That's what you need. Second, Farke to blame. I think, I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think if we win tomorrow, people will just start going, where's the Farke out brigade now? We'll have to see. Set piece disasters. Low block was always going to be an issue, and I think we are missing Ramazani. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think? Obviously, Millwall game will be out the way now. We'll go again tomorrow against QPR. The match reaction will be out after the game. Hopefully, it's positive. I want you guys to remain positive. Obviously, that's what we try and talk about on this channel. But also, I'm here to call bullshit when it's bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to give a balanced view to you guys. Remember, I'm just a fan. I don't know any more than you guys do, but yeah, without further ado, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you are new, and yeah, let's get ready for tomorrow. Get your score predictions and everything we spoke about in today's video. I've been Ollie Ward. You guys have been excellent, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Cheery. Oh.